and those people charge like hell.
Yeah.
So I thought, why don't I prototype for them?
For a cheaper
And
price.
yeah, the MVPs.
Yeah.
And then I can make the MVP for them, and then I can like basically sell them.
Yeah.
And eventually, slowly, one guy came, like an engineering student came, and slowly another guy came, and then slowly I started getting some government projects and other things. That's how I'm scaling it right now.
True. Conflo is there to change this boring conference into fun conferences, where we want to make it fun for people, so that tomorrow they don't come and they'll be like, oh, I'm bored of the conference. They're like, this was the best conference I've been in my life.
Very.
This lab was to cut a human heart.
What?
Yeah, that was my first lab basically. It was to give a heart. You have to cut a human heart to see what there is in the heart.
Okay.
And I was like, this is very interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Hello, Ayaan.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming on Founders Blackboard.
No worries.
So how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Amazing.
Thank you. So tell us about your journey. How did you come to UK and how did you start your company?
Okay, so I decided to come UK around 3.5 years ago.
Okay.
I was already studying there in one of the universities back in Thailand.
Okay.
And I was like, I want to study abroad. I want to get like the, that experience abroad.
Yes.
And I came to the UK. But the idea of this business came like 7 months ago when we were in a conference in Birmingham, Mindfulness Life Science Future Forum, where once we came back from the conference to Bristol, we realized that many people didn't know about the conference. And we were like, you know what, we want to make a platform where we can know about all a place where you can find all your conferences.
Okay.
And in particular field.
So you basically have like all the conferences which are happening in UK listed in the Conflo website.
Yes, exactly.
And like, do you partner with those people and other things?
So yeah, we do partner with some of the organizations.
Yes.
So what we do is that a basic idea is just like trying to put their conferences, trying to promote their conferences, at the same time organize conferences as well. So that's the basic idea. Because like for you, if I ask you like a question, I mean, if you want to find a conference right now, what will you do? So if I say the Conflo was...
I basically, what usually I do is I open Excel sheet, I look for all the conferences, and I put all the conferences in Excel sheet and see that which conferences are actually giving me grants. Yeah. And then, probably I'll apply for each of them.
Yeah, so to see how much work that you have to do.
Yeah.
You have to make an Excel sheet.
Yes.
You have to put all the conferences over there. You have to see which one gives grant, which doesn't give the grant. Then you have to apply for it.
Okay.
But what Conflo does is it will do it all for you. So you just go to the website.
Hold on. Yeah. So you're saying that if I just fill my information once and your company just applies, like whatever I say to apply, it applies to all of those conferences.
Yeah. So basically, like what you do is that you go to our personalization part of our website, and you just put your name, put your email, put your which particular conference you want, and we will send you only those conferences that you want.
Okay.
If you want AI or biology, we'll give you only AI and biology. We won't give you chemistry, physics, because there's no point of joining those conferences. Which is not your field related.
Yeah, true.
So that's what Conflo is about. And then, if you go to our website, if you just search whichever you want, or like if you check what's your interest, you'll get those conferences over there, and you can just find out more about conference. So we do all the things, like basically all your Excel sheet, we'll do it for you, but in an easier way, so that you don't have to take that hassle.
So that's actually really good what you guys are doing. Like you actually, got the problem exactly to, you're solving a problem. Do you find competitors for this? Like,
definitely there are competitors. I mean, whichever business you do in this world now, you'll have competitors. Yeah. Biggest competitor is AI.
Yes.
Of course.
But AI can actually give a list of conferences.
Yeah, but one thing that AI can't do is
applying for us.
Not just apply for us. What AI cannot do is that AI won't find you all the conferences there is, and it'll make up conferences as well. I mean, we have tried it, of course. Before we decided Conflo was happening, we were like, let's find some conferences. We were like, find me like 5 science conferences. Okay. Some of them were fake as well. Some of them were not even like related to field. And it won't apply for you as well. Yeah, true. And it won't tell you if it has a grant or if it doesn't have a grant. It won't tell you where is it. It might give you like a place, but it won't give you like exactly where it is or something like that. See, that's what this is about. There might be like a lot of like website, which shows you about all the conferences, but the most important thing is accessibility. Yeah, true. I'm not going to go to the website and search the website. all around, like, oh, where this is, where that is, or thousands of things happening. A lot of ads, stupid ads coming up.
You can just screen it like with the filter.
Yeah, so we just have the filter, we have the system or whatever. You just put which conference you want, you get those kind of conferences. And more importantly, it's like you find out about the conference, it'll take you directly to the website rather than taking you to like a random different things or something like that. So we do the job and make your life easier.
Yes,
basically.
That's wonderful. Like, so how many months it's been like you guys started this?
Yeah, I would like you to guess how many months this might be.
Like 3 months maybe.
No, so we had this idea 7 months ago.
7 months ago.
7 months ago, we had an idea. Then what we did was that we presented this idea to my supervisor, and we were like, and the supervisor was like, this is a brilliant idea.
Okay.
Then we went forward, we find some grants and everything like that. So all these things that we did was in 7 months.
Yes.
Whatever position we are right now in.
Yeah.
And I believe that's already an achievement itself. Okay. Having this less time to have, registered company and build a website, and everything is basically out there right now. So I think that's an achievement.
So like, your story is somewhere like related to Add on Move. There's a company in India which is called Add on Move. So they were like two guys. They basically saw a poster kind of thing. And the poster was basically outdated. It was about some party or something. And that was like torn and it was just hanging around. So these guys were like, they called them up and they were like, is this party, still on, or is it like done or something like that? Then that guy said that, no, it's done, it's over. So why is the poster still there? Yeah, it's not supposed to be there, right? And they're like, we have a contract, we have a deal of like 3 days. They're like, you have like few months or something, you have to have the poster there. So these guys, they came up with this idea like, what if we can have a digital, like a billboard kind of thing, which can move around anywhere, like on the cars or, anywhere. So right now they made a business out of it. Like that's almost whatever billboards or something you see, like the digital ones, is because of them. So how are you guys marketing, and like how, I just want to know, like, how do you monetize? And so, yeah.
Okay, so well, marketing, that's a main part right now.
Yes,
part of. I work in the marketing industry for a long period of time. Where
so how come you're into marketing?
Oh, so I used to be a content creator for my university.
Okay.
So I did content creation for university, where I made videos for the university. I did outreaching and everything like that. And I also did for some conferences, like as a volunteering role or something. That's where I know more about marketing. So I would say I have like 3 years experience of marketing. But I'm a
of course, your whole bachelor's could be
all about
marketing experience.
Yeah, I'm like a biomedical science student, but I did marketing as well. So one thing we understand is that it's a way you market it. Okay, so what we use is like a professional place. What is the professional place right now? There are 3 professional places. LinkedIn.
Yes, LinkedIn.
Definitely. And if you want to promote Instagram. Yeah. Facebook. That's the 3 things you can think of. Everyone.
Yes.
So we use that. Okay. So LinkedIn, most of the people.
So you run the ad campaigns, you mean?
Yeah, we do ad campaigns as well. Yeah. So what we do is that because LinkedIn is for all researchers, students, and delegates. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So and that's the main channel that we use. So what we use is that we put conferences over there. We think, there's these top 3 conferences over there, or join join Conflo, see what you can get out of it. Go to our website, browse it, see which conferences are coming up. Okay. And that's the main source of our outreaching. Of course, Instagram and Facebook is there, but not many people will go there and look for conferences.
Yes.
That's the last source of conferences.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Like
that makes like way less sense. But I mean, what we do is that we do highlights of the events as well. Like whichever conference we went, like we will put like a highlight over there so that people know about the conference.
Yeah, you have some clippings of people.
So because people are very interested in reels and everything like that. So we are like, you know what? Let's make reels. Let's put it out there. That's our main idea of marketing. But of course, the most important part is for them to go to the website or the app, which we are going to build right now. We're building it that. To go to the app or the website and find the conference yourself.
Yes.
Because we have done the job.
Yeah.
The only thing you have to do is find the conference, attend the conference.
Yeah.
So everything's easy right now.
Yes.
Why don't you do it?
So So how do you monetize? Like, you're running campaigns, ad campaigns and other things. So I'm guessing that usually like every startup company has to burn cash at the initial stages until, they raise the funding. So are you guys planning to get some angel investors, getting invested in your company?
Yeah, we are looking for investors, of course, definitely. We are looking for.
Like usually, like what I see is instead of going with the angel investors, if you go with a loan, that makes more sense because if you have this private limited, at the end, then you can actually, it's not the liabilities are not gonna come on you. It's gonna stay till the company, and if you get loan on your company, and then you raise get the fundings, and then you start making money from it. It basically, no one has the share of your company. Because initial days, if you see, like if you get the fundings from the angel investor, it's going to take like 10%. Eventually, when your company grows, you're going to have like, the share value is definitely going to increase. And you're going to be like, the angel investor has like plenty amount of shares.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree on that. But the thing is that, loans and everything like that is something risky. Okay. So like you're taking a loan for the company, you're taking this one. And we are in a position where we just came out of like, for after degree or something like that.
Yes.
There's of course there's risk in everything you take.
Yeah.
But we want to try different, all sources before we decided we want to take a loan. Loan is a good thing, but paying the loan is when you will understand that it's really hard.
Yes.
Okay. And there are many people that we have seen that they have taken loan, like way less loan as well, but they couldn't repay it on time, and the company is bankrupted, or the company is not there anymore.
Yeah.
So we don't want to take those kind of risks, and we want to burn the bridge right away.
Okay.
Try all sort of different sources, and once it works, we probably will choose that field as well.
Fair enough. So did you like, what are the like ideation stages did you go through like before starting the company?
Okay, so I'll tell you a little more like how the months.
Yeah.
Like how
let's just spread this months and
let's
see
spread,
like
let's
how
spread
it
this
goes.
month. April 2025, we had this idea in a library when we were doing our dissertation.
Okay.
So that's very funny. Where we were doing our dissertation, we had this idea suddenly in the dissertation.
Yeah. Okay.
We worked on the idea for 2 months.
You and
Phoebe, yeah.
Phoebe. Yeah.
So Phoebe is my business partner. So me and Phoebe, we had this idea on April. For 2 months. So April, May, June.
So you guys were working for 3 months.
2 months.
Yeah,
so we were working on the idea for 2 months.
Okay.
On June, we went to our supervisor to tell our idea. Like, you know what? And we have this idea. So he loved this idea.
Okay.
Our dean for the school loved the idea as well. And everyone were like, they gave us a green light. You should work on this idea. On July, we applied for a grant from the student ventures of the university, which was like 1,000 quid grant.
Did you raise this from student ventures?
So no, we got our first grant from the student ventures.
Okay.
So we gave the idea, we had an interview stage, and we got our grant.
Okay.
And they were doing our mentorship as well. We found mentors from there as well.
Oh, fair enough.
So that's where we got to know, what to do in order to build a company. Because we are science background. Okay, we have no idea about company before. We have no about entrepreneurship. Now we have entered the field of entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Now we want mentors to tell us what to do. Yeah, because we are just like new babies. Yeah. So we want our mentors to tell us what to do. Now the mentors told us the first thing, register company, do this. So on August we registered our company officially.
Okay.
To the home office, to the government, and everything.
Yes.
Now our company is registered on July. Then we started building a website.
Okay.
So August, September, we built our website now. And the website was built. We had prototypes done. Everything was done by then. By October, November, that was the time that people got to know who we are, because we made it public.
Yeah. Okay.
And we went to LinkedIn. We went everywhere. We went to schools and universities and everything. We made it public now. I went to an alumni network where I went there and I was presenting that, hey, I'm an alumni.
Yeah.
Here's my ventures.
I see.
So now we got our first break, and from there we are still building the website. We're still building our connection and then outreaching and everything like that. So that's pretty much of how we have done since 7 months. So the idea was on April. Now it's February 2026.
Yes.
And in this period of time, we have changed a lot.
Fair enough.
And we have had an idea. We made that idea work, and that's the most important thing. And
That's
especially
wonderful.
from the people who are, okay, if you're talking about research, if I was
Yes.
doing a research, it might be like, you know, oh, it's a research that you're
Yes.
doing it.
Yes.
But if you talk about entrepreneurship, which was not really our cup of tea,
Yeah.
now coming to that field as well, while you're maintaining your research field as well, because I'm doing research as well. My business partner Phoebe, she's doing a PhD right now.
Yeah.
So while doing a PhD, also managing a venture, it's not a joke.
Yeah. True. Very
And how she's managing
true.
is spectacular. of
So,
what she's managing.
so Phoebe's, you're saying that she's really good at managing things.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, okay, let's get on to this. So you when you're having like with your discussion with your when founders basically discuss in the initial stage of startup, at midnight you get calls. You have to do it. You have to wake up. You have to. So, how did you like? Did you also face those all stuff like?
Not
Is
really.
it-
Not really. We didn't face like midnight calls or something like that.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
we were like, one of the things that we always we are like amazed about is that you don't know how the ideas come in your mind
Yes.
randomly.
Yes.
I swear I was like I was like I was in an event and I was just drinking like Coca-Cola
Okay.
or something. I was just there, I was drinking Coca-Cola in a normal event,
Yeah.
and an idea came in my mind that what if we have our own conference?
Yeah.
And I texted Phoebe. I was like, hey, you know what? We need our own conference,
Yeah.
and we're working on that right now. So that's the idea is like you don't know when the idea might come in,
Yes. Yes.
and when the idea comes in, it's always good to speak with your
Yes.
partner right away. You're
True.
like, I have this idea. Let's work on this.
Yeah.
And also like, of course, you need like mentors. You speak with your mentors. Like you speak with your mentor. Hey, mentor, I need this idea. I have this idea. I
Yeah.
need this idea to work. Now the mentor's job is to give you a reality check, if the idea will work or if the idea won't work.
But I just recollected a small point. They say that a lot of founders they're mistaken with this. Like great execution and bad idea is equals to failure. Okay. But honestly, if you see in that way, then a normal search engine and a social media network for a college has become Google and Facebook today.
Yeah.
So
See, I think if you ask me, I think good idea is very important, of course.
yes,
But at the same time, you need a great execution as well.
yeah,
of this idea.
execution what actually matters, like how you execute it, because every idea sounds really bad at the start.
Yeah, definitely.
And eventually they call it like, oh, it overnight, it's an overnight success, and this
Overnight
like
success, yeah.
yeah,
And it's not overnight success.
Yes.
It's never overnight success.
it's
the
a
amount of hard
gradual,
work, yeah.
it's a gradual discipline process which has to go in a flow. Like eventually you get a point.
Definitely. I mean, like, when you start this journey, you'll have a lot of thoughts about it. You'll have a lot of panic attacks.
Yeah.
Or should I do it? Should I not?
Okay. Tell us like about some of the rejections and like what are the panic you're talking about, like the panic.
Okay. So, rejections are, of course, very important. Okay.
Yes.
I'll tell you, rejections are very, very important because you would know where you stand
Yes.
in rejection.
Yes.
Okay, you might have the very good idea over there and you will feel like this idea will work, but rejections will calm you down, would humble you.
Yes.
Okay, we applied for a lot of grants,
Yeah.
We were like, this idea is amazing. We should put a grant on this. Let's put a £25,000 grant.
Yeah.
It didn't work. Okay, we got rejected for that.
Yeah.
Of course, we will be rejected regularly because we didn't do our background, we didn't do our surveys, we didn't do our basic ideas to get that grant. We were like, oh, this idea is good. No one sees your idea. They'll see the background of the idea.
How are you working? What's your big picture?
Exactly. I mean, is this needed or not? That's the thing that they'll ask you for. Like, and of course, you go to investors. You are like fully, prepared with the investors. They'll ask you one question which you have no answer for.
Yeah.
And you're like, and that's the most important question. See, that's where you learn.
Yeah.
Every rejection will give you one extra thing. Let's say, for example, I'm coming to you right now. Okay, for like you're an investor.
Yes.
I come to you. You ask me a question. Oh, show me a demographic.
Okay.
Show me a demographic. Or just show me like, okay, give me like a demo of it.
Yes.
Or I'll show you my prototype and everything. Like
yes.
That. Maybe you'll ask me about, oh, what is the main source of income?
Yeah.
We won't know the answer. Okay.
True.
Now you won't give me the money now.
Yeah.
But you have given me a more important thing, which is the question.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'll use that for my next interview with another investor.
Yeah.
I'll bring my demograph. I'll bring my like the question that you have asked me. It's like, what's the source of income? I'll bring that source of income as well now.
Yeah.
I'll bring the idea now. Now I'm going to say to that investor. Now, investor might ask you some random more question, like, oh, tell me about the losses or something. Or like, oh, we don't know about it. Now you're going to be prepared for
what
that.
What are your gross profits? What are your
your how much you're going to earn? What if you don't earn this? What is your backup plan?
Yes.
They'll ask you all those questions.
Gang charts and
now you need all those questions. You need all those idea before you go to an investor.
Yes.
And that's how you deal with rejection. And of course, once you are rejected, you don't be like, oh, I'm rejected now. I'm giving up. You don't do that. Maybe after 500 rejection, you might get one investor.
True.
Who will pay you 1,000 quid. Maybe only 1,000 quid, which is basically nothing.
Yes.
But that's already enough for you. You know why? Because you have the experience of 500. You're talking to 500 investors.
Yeah.
Now you might find like this investor who has millions in his account.
Yeah, true.
And you can, because you have that experience, you go to that investor and you're like, I have this idea, and he'll love the idea because you know the way you have projected the idea, and he'll give you maybe millions. You never know. Okay.
True.
But that's what rejections, is a good thing. It's never a bad thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Many people after having a rejection 1 time, 2 times, they'll be like, oh, I'll give up. I'm going home. That doesn't make sense. You have an idea. If Mark Zuckerberg didn't have a lot of rejections, he wouldn't be where he is right now.
Yeah.
Bill Gates had rejections before he made Microsoft.
True.
Steve Jobs had so many rejections about Apple, and he still went with.
He was literally thrown out of his own company.
Yeah, he was thrown out of his own company.
And he built it again.
Exactly. So see, you'll be rejected so many times.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is that you know your value. You know your company's value.
Okay.
You know the idea has a value.
Yeah.
That's why we say that find the gap. In our research, what we do in our biomedical research is that they say find the gap. Because once you find the gap, you'll have exactly an idea of what you want to do. And once you know what to do, you work on it. But if you are going to be doing the same thing over and over again, there's no point of doing that.
Yeah.
So why we are doing Conflo is because it's a new idea.
So you're saying that your research has actually helped with the Conflo?
Yes. Honestly, that's what I was, telling to Ritin earlier, where I was like, you are where you're meant to be. Okay. I'm a biomedical science researcher. Phoebe is a biomedical science researcher. She's a PhD student right now.
Okay.
But, this idea came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And even though we are doing our research inside, like side which we are having our research done, at the same time we are working on this company. Okay, which is kind of related to our field, but it's not directly related to our field. It's not like a research conference or something like that. It's like multidisciplinary conference for STEM. So that's whatever you are doing in your past will help you in what you're achieving right now. Yeah. Okay. Like you're studying engineering.
Yeah,
right?
mechatronics.
Yeah, you're studying that thing. So you might come across with a random idea later on, which is not related to your degree.
Yes.
You might come to biomedical science. You never know, like an idea of biomedical science.
Let me tell you this story. So you know that I started this company called NovaCraft.
Yeah, I've heard about
yeah. So it's a 3D prototyping company. Let me tell you the story of it. So what happened at initial days is, so I just printed my face figure from a 2D image, and then so I was just showing all of my friends and relatives about what I've made, and they all were like, we want one, and like, okay, there's like demand for this. People are actually asking it. And I was like, okay, why don't I sell this? Why don't I make a business out of it? And I looked for all the companies, 3D prototyping companies. And no company was actually making with one picture. There are few companies which actually, they record you like from all the angles and they make a 3D model of you. But they charge like hell. I checked it. They charge like 100 quid.
Okay.
Or maybe 150 quid. It depends. So what I thought was, what if I could convert this 2D image into 3D and actually sell them? I could charge them like 12 pounds. And eventually I started like that. I went into stalls. I was like putting all stalls. There I was selling like small souvenir stuff. And people were like, some of them were buying it. Some of them, so there was one guy who just came. He was like, he wanted to buy a toy and he took my contact. And then you can't believe he ordered like 20 pieces of faces for all of his friends.
First time?
Yeah, first time. And then eventually I thought becoming a BNI member would be like really worth it, like because I could do a B2B business. So I became a BNI member. And over there I got like a lot of orders, like I guess like a lot of bulk orders for gifts and corporate gifting and other things. And eventually I was feeling that because I also worked in R&Ds before, in like back in Hyderabad when I was in school. So I figured out that this R&D departments, right, they don't have 3D printers or anything. So they basically outsource it to others, and those people charge like hell. So I thought, why don't I prototype for them?
For a cheaper price.
Yeah, the MVPs. And then I can make the MVP for them, and then I can like basically sell them. And eventually, slowly, one guy came, like an engineering student came, and slowly another guy came. And then slowly, I started getting some government projects and other things. That's how I'm scaling it right now. But eventually, I would say I've just started this company to just learn things more than actually starting a real company. Or I don't have any plans to scale this up like super, like if it goes well, then yeah, and why not? Like I never thought it's going to go profitable before. So this is how I'm scaling it right now. I have got like one intern like who's working on it.
See that's the thing, the ideas. That's what matters the most. You have an idea, you found your gap in your idea. In your, like, you find the gap in the market, you worked on it, you have achieved it. Okay, you're still achieving it. That's
true.
See, that's the beauty of, that's what we say, that's the beauty. But many people, what they don't understand is that they try to jump too high. See, that's, you go, there's a staircase, you jump, you take one step at a time. You don't go straight up there. You fall. You definitely fall. You fall very bad.
Very bad. True.
Yeah. So even like when we do skydiving or something like that, what we do is that when you jump from the sky, you fall. You free fall for a while, and then you take the parachute out. You don't go all the way down, and you're like, oh, I'll open a parachute. You die.
I see a lot of them. What they do is they get an idea. They'll either take a loan. Because they'll be like, let's take a loan. They'll take a maybe like $100 grand loan, and then what they'll do is they'll take an office, a luxurious office. They'll buy all the computers.
That is the biggest problem.
Why are you doing this? Like you don't even have a business.
Yeah, because you have an idea. Okay, great that you have an idea. But you don't start with anything. Okay, with the idea, what you do is that you have an idea, you take the loan. That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest thing. You didn't do any research.
Yeah, you didn't. You don't even know if you have customers.
And that's a problem, because once the business doesn't work, you close it down right away. Once the thing doesn't work, you're in a debt, you close it down right away. You have to pay back the loan, you have to pay back the interest, and your idea is gone. Why should you do that? Why don't you try all sort of process, all sort of, try to apply everywhere you can. If it works, it works. Right. If it doesn't work, you try a different, you use the same idea, but try in a different way and make it work.
Makes
you
sense.
don't buy a luxurious office right away. I mean, right now, we are like working very well, but we're not having any office right now. The reason is because we don't want to have an office right now.
True, it's not required.
And we are not a big team so far. We want to be a big team. When we have big team, then we'll need it. But right now, when you don't have the big team, what's the point of getting like a luxurious, this one? We can work in a library. We can work in a cafe. Get like four quid coffee and just work on it.
So, like, even like when I'm going for any sort of meetings or anything, or though, you have car or bike in my house, like I won't use them. I go in a, auto or something like that. I use that because it's my company's money. Like what I make out of my company, that's what I'm going to use it on. I'm an employee myself.
You don't go to 5-star restaurant on your own and be like, I'll eat myself because, I'll eat in a 5-star restaurant because I feel like I did a great job. You don't do that.
Like they get the first money, when they get the first money, they start spending it. We got the business now. We are like, we are entrepreneurs.
Every entrepreneur, I won't call them entrepreneurs. Honestly, entrepreneurs are those people who think before they take an action.
Very true.
These people, they won't be thinking. They'll put a word out there. They're like, oh, I have this company. I made this company. I'm taking a loan. I have this big office. I have this big people. I have this many office people, like, many interns working for me. Everything like that. And the business idea in 3 months is going to be gone. They're in bankruptcy. They have to pay back the loan with interest. Nothing works anymore now. And they're like, oh, we can't do anything. And they're like, oh, it's probably because of the fate. Okay. There's nothing of fate over here. It's you who made a mistake. Okay. You work on it. You work your ass off, basically. You put in the effort, sleepless night. Once you do all that, and then you lived on fate, that makes sense. Okay.
Completely.
And you don't blame fate for anything like that because you didn't work for it.
True.
You put in effort, you put in the background research. Like what we do in our research, like I was thinking in microbiology itself. We don't go straight into the lab and work into our, into my bacteria.
There's a process.
There's a process. You do background literature reviews. You see what what the gap is in the research. You see that what should I research into it. You make a plan.
Yeah, true.
You make proper research proposal. Now you go to the lab. You work on the lab. If it works, good.
Yes.
If it doesn't work, what can you do to improve the lab? That's how it should work. I can't just go to the lab and be like, oh, I have an agar plate. I'm going to make 100 agar plates and I'm going to put bacteria in each of them. And I'll put what's it called? Antibiotics into each of them. I will like, oh, what's the answer? Nothing will work out like that.
True.
It won't work out. You can't just go straight into it without doing background research.
Yeah.
You can't go into it without, support and mentorship. Mentorship is the most important thing, if you ask me. Why is...
Yeah, you told me this before. Like, you need to find a mentor, Medansh. Like,
you need to find a mentor. Yeah, exactly. You need to find a mentor who you can count on.
Yes.
Okay. Like, I can say proudly I have like 3-4 mentors. Okay. Or I have Professor Emmanuel as my mentor. I have Alex as my mentor. I have Sanjay as my mentor and everything. Like, we have the mentors. And why we have the mentors is because they'll give you the reality check.
Yes, because
I have a great idea. I went to Sanjay, or I went to like Sanjay, be like, oh, I have this idea. Okay, isn't it a great idea? He gave me a reality check that whatever your idea is great, but it won't work right now. And I was like, what do you mean it won't work like that? I said,
okay,
because you haven't done your research onto it. You haven't done your research. You're like, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Okay, like how will you start it? How are you going to make the money? What's the monetization? These questions I haven't thought when I started this company. When we started this company, this was a question we didn't thought about it. We're like, oh, we have this idea, we'll work on it. But they'll give you a reality check. Okay. Sure. I went to Professor Emmanuel. I went to Emmanuel and I was like, Emmanuel, I think I have this idea, I have a great idea. It's like, do your research first.
Yeah.
He told me this, do your research first. Once you do a research, send me a proposal.
Yeah.
Now I'll check the proposal. Once I check the proposal, then I'll be like, I'll give you some reality checks. Like, or if this is a great idea, if it's not, then I'll ask you if it's done by AI, if it's not done by AI. Once everything is done, then I will move it to like grants people.
Yeah.
Like, so where you can get the grant from.
Here comes the network. People, half of them, they find like networking is like cringe,
Exactly. Like what they say, like, it's not who you know.
Yeah.
It's who knows you.
Yeah. True.
And it is right. It is right.
Yes. It's 100%. Like, because till now, honestly, the whatever opportunities I've got, it's like I got it like 10x faster because of my network.
Exactly.
You can scale up like super quick. If you know like few founders, few like people who are already into this field, all of them, and like they can actually connect the dots and help you scale up your business all across.
Definitely, that's how it should work. Like you apply through a channel.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go to a website right now and I'll be like, oh, I need an internship.
Yes.
I'll go apply for the internship, process, interview, everything like that. I won't get the internship.
I would say instead going through a network would make like so.
Why don't you go straight to the network? Like, okay, let's say, for example, I'm applying for an internship right now. I have two options to either go straight to apply for the internship, go to the process, or they know me very well. They have seen my work. I go straight to the supervisor and be like, hey, you propose an idea. You have like an internship with you. You know me very well. You know my background.
Yeah.
Could you give me that? True. And if you, if he knows you or if she knows you very well and you're like, oh yeah, this is actually we know your work. Why don't you come join our thing?
Because
why you want to go to that that channel for nothing?
1,000 applicants sitting over there. Why are you getting in that competition?
Yes.
The 1,000 applicants who are getting over there because they don't have network.
Exactly.
If you have network, it's way easier to.
Way easier, exactly. And also, when people know you, that's when you know that you are doing something good. Or you are in a right path.
Yes.
When you're going to like a conference, let's say for example you're going to a conference, and none of them they know your research, or none of them they know what you're doing or anything like that. Even though you have seen them very often, there's no point of that. I would say. Okay, I went to some conference where they are like I worked on hand dryers, like as a potential transmitter of AMR pathogens. So I went to like this conference and they were like, oh, have you heard about this project of hand dryers? And I'm like, oh, that's me. See, that's the thing, when you do a very good research or something like that, or anything like that, people will know who you are.
Yes.
People will know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So that's the most important part. Like, even for entrepreneurship, it's the same thing. That's the most important part, is the networking.
Yeah.
Right? People should know you, people should know what you are, and you should know also who there is.
And people, some of my friends, they tell me that, okay, you have got like so good network. It's fine. It's like great. You have network. How do we know? Like we don't know all of those founders and other things. I'm like, boss, you have to get onto LinkedIn. Yeah, get onto LinkedIn. You have like straight contacts to founders.
Yeah, you get their numbers right away in LinkedIn as well.
But you are like, you're thinking like an employee. Why are you thinking like an employee? Though you want to get a job, you probably want, like, see, I agree to this. Who wants to like basically do 9 to 5 job? It's up to them, because they want a like very simple lifestyle, a safe lifestyle. I'm happy with it. And some people who are into entrepreneurship, they're like, I want to hustle always. I no parties, no nothing. Like I'm always hustling. Those kinds of people. So over here, you know, these sort of people, what they do is, I would say at the initial stage when you're here, you know, you have to like basically think like an entrepreneur, so that you can get onto the stairs quicker. Like you get promotions on promotions easier with the network you have.
Definitely. You know, honestly, like also it's not like just the people who hustle the most wins.
Yeah, true.
Sometimes the people who hustle the most fail as well.
Yeah, true.
Because they have been involved so much into their work that they have forgot there's a life outside it as well.
Yes.
So you see, like, okay, for me, okay, I did have a lot of sleepless night.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm also like, you know, going out with friends.
Yeah.
Going out outside like for a walk or something like that. That's a beauty.
Yeah.
You know, because you will have sleepless night, but at the same time you're also going out and you're enjoying it as well. Because when I look back, you know, when I look back into my old times, I don't want to be like, oh, I just work. Okay, I want to be like, oh, I've enjoyed it while I was working as well.
Yeah.
And when you go out, you'll understand that there's a bigger picture than your room that you are in. Okay, like, you know, what most of the people that I know who are successful businessmen, what they say is like, go to a cafe, go to a very good cafe and sit over there. Just sit and have a coffee. Don't use your phone, don't use laptop. Just sit and see what people are around you, what's happening around you. That will give you like picture, that'll give you an idea.
Yeah.
You might not know, okay, let's see your business, like what you're saying, 3D printing.
Yeah,
okay?
3D printing.
That's your idea right now, okay? Maybe you get, if you're sitting like in a random cafe, you might just get a different idea of your 3D printing. And then you'll be like, oh, wait, I like this idea. And you're going to work on it. And that'll work properly. So that's why we say that, you know, take a bigger picture, you know, think outside the box. Don't think on like one particular things. Don't ever think about one particular thing. And even if you have an idea, if you're working on the idea, don't stick with only that idea.
Yeah.
Look around. There might be like, okay, your idea.
I see that when you be like, this is the idea I'm going to work on, and this is the only thing, I'm not going to do any change. You put the blindfolds on, and you're like, bro, you have so many opportunities.
You have opportunities.
I mean, you have so many.
Let's say your idea, this idea is good. This idea is not working.
Yes.
Now you are done basically, because if you're focused on this thing only. Now let's say if I'm focused on something else, I'll use this idea and I'll use that idea and I'm going to mix that idea and try to make it work. And it will work. It definitely will work. Something would work. That's, you know, honestly, that's what we say that, you know, even in research, okay?
Yeah.
Let's say there's nothing impossible in research. Okay, like what I said, you can't find a cure for stage 4 cancer.
Yes.
There are a lot of times that you found a cure for stage 4. There was a time that, you know, people said that, you know, it's impossible to treat this stuff. They have found a treatment on that one.
True.
Okay. It seems impossible now. But if you work on it, it won't be an impossible thing. Nothing's impossible.
Yes.
You literally, I mean, there are some things which are impossible, of course, but you know, you can work on it.
Yeah.
Like if this route doesn't work, choose another route. But stick with that idea as well. Like, you know, keep that idea in your mind. Don't just vanish the idea. Oh, this idea hasn't worked. I'm going to a different idea now. That won't work as well. Because you didn't focus on this idea as well.
You're not focusing on anything. You're just distracted.
You're just focused on one idea and then you finish that idea, gone. But if you have 2 different ideas, 3 different ideas, you'll be like, I'm going to merge those ideas now. And I'm going to work on it. And it'll definitely work.
Yes.
That's what I said
eventually.
Earlier.
So mine was also like, it was basically a gifting 3D prototyping thing. I moved it to like the MVP ones.
And
like
you made it a business.
Yeah. No, I switched my business model. Like I was open. So because I was doing mechatronics and other things, I was open to like, you know, I was thinking like one day this guy approached me, can you 3D print the enclosure for some project he was doing? And I was like, okay, hold on, I can even do this. You know, people are charging like 100 quid out there.
Exactly.
And I can do it for like 300 rupees or something like that.
That's what, you know, once you explore, you find out things that can be done.
True.
Okay, I'll give you an example. When I was back home, okay, this idea would have never come in my mind.
Yeah.
I was a massive introvert when I was back home. I was massive introvert, no idea in my mind, no ambitions, nothing basically. Like I was a total failure when I was back home. I decided one day I want to go to a different country. I want to explore.
Yes.
Okay. I came to this country. Okay, the first thing that I realized is that you can't be an introvert in this country.
Yes.
Because it's an open country. You have to go around, you have to talk to people. Now I became
because you're living on yourself.
Exactly. I started becoming ambivert, and eventually I became extrovert. And now
see, you make a lot of videos and other things.
So that's a part. Okay, like when I was doing biomedical science, many of my friends, they were like, "Why the hell are you making like content creation?
Yeah.
Why are you making videos?" Or like they were like, "Oh, I don't think so." Like, I mean, come on, Ayaan, find a job which is related to biomedical science. I was like, no. Because I did all those marketing jobs. I did all sort of like, this reception job.
Yes.
I did leadership roles and everything like that, which built me into what I am right now. If I wouldn't have done that, neither this idea would have been there, neither this idea would have been working. Like what I said to Emmanuel, if you wouldn't have invited me for the conference, I wouldn't have thought about it. I would have never thought about networking. In my mind, I thought that I'll finish my degree, I'll go back home. That's it.
True.
Job 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I'll wake up in the early 7 o'clock in the morning, go to the job, come back from the job. That's my life. But then it gave me a bigger picture when I went to the conference where I was like, yo, they're not the people, most of them are not 9 to 5 people. They're researchers.
True.
There's some big money guys out there.
Yes.
Okay, I was like, that is life. Okay, I don't want to wake up at 9 a.m. in the morning, go to the place where I have to depend on them to sponsor my visa, sponsor my life, sponsor my money, everything like that. I want to make it, I want to go in my own times.
You get that legacy.
Exactly. I want to go in my own times. I want to work wherever I want to.
Yes.
I want to do, if I have an idea in my mind tomorrow, I want to work on it right away. I shouldn't be like, to go to my boss and be like, hey, I have an idea.
Yeah.
And they reject your idea. No, I want my own idea.
Just work on it.
And see, one of the things also, like what we want to have is that we want to give the platform to the people in future who has that idea and ability to do a project.
True.
Okay. And they are always scared. The people who are genius are always scared. That's why we have conferences.
Yes.
These genius people will come to the conference and they'll meet another genius guy. And genius means genius. Things change.
Disaster.
That's a disaster. And big thing happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
That's how, that's why conferences are important. That's why, we are building Conflo. So people can know more about conferences.
Yes.
I'm like, what's the point of you working your degrees off and then eventually at the end of the time, you're not even working on your own, life. Like,
True.
You're like, oh, I did my research in undergraduate. Now I'm working for a law firm. That doesn't make sense.
Yes.
That doesn't make sense.
No sense.
What do you work for it? You can find the same like-minded people. I can come to a conference, like what you said, 3D printing.
Yes.
I have an idea. Let's say I have an idea of, I want to make food.
Yeah.
A 3D printed food. We both collaborate now.
Yes, yeah.
And we're making a 3D printed food. Idea,
anything.
You're not in biomedical.
True.
I'm not in mechatronics. We have an idea.
Yes.
How we met, conference.
Yeah.
In randomly, I won't come in like in the university randomly. I'm like, hey, you want to collaborate? I wouldn't even know who you are, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anyone over here. I can go to architecture or everything over there. I can go like, oh, you're building something. You know what? Let's build a lab, or let's build something that
true.
Very that will be related to science. Make a science organization.
That's what see, it makes no sense as a mechatronics student to come to a bio conference.
Biomedical guy say like nothing.
And the box I told about pill dispenser box.
Yeah.
It got related to the bio.
Exactly.
So it's like biomechatronics now.
You would have never thought of it if you would have met the people who have done it.
Yes.
If you met the like-minded people.
True.
You would have never done that. See, that's the beauty of conferences, and that's people don't understand. People will be like, oh, that's a conference. Why will it be boring?
Yes. Why should I attend?
Genuinely, it is boring. That's what we want to change.
True.
Conflo is there to change this boring conference into fun conferences, where we want to make it fun for people, so that tomorrow they don't come and be like, oh, I'm bored of the conference. They're like, this was the best conference I've been in my life. I met MLSFF last year in Birmingham. After the conference, I was like, this is the best conference I've been to. Because I didn't feel bored. There were so many things happening around me.
I met so many. I can't remember her name, but one of a girl, she was basically into bio thing, and she was like, I'm about to start a company after this. Do you wanna get into this and help me with the AI stuff?
Yeah. See?
That's how you get opportunities.
Opportunities out there. I'll tell you, like when I went there, there's this company. They were like, oh, we're looking for someone in marketing.
Yeah.
I was like, I have a background in marketing. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. And they're like, and I was in biomedical science.
Yeah.
I have science. I have science. I have marketing. And that's what you're looking for. You're not looking for only a guy who can take a video. You're looking for who knows what to take a video for.
True.
That's how you make network. Okay, that's how you make. see, that's what I said. Me and Phoebe, when we started it, we were lab mates. Okay, when we started, when we first met, we were lab mates.
Yes.
When we came back from conference, we were still like a lab mates. We were like, doing dissertation together.
Yeah.
Trauma bonded. Like dissertation is trauma, of course. Trauma bonded. But you never know that when the idea came into our mind, and now we are business partners.
Yes.
I would have thought that a few months ago. I would have thought like last year, be like, oh, I'm going to start like a business with my lab partner. I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that I'm going to start my business with my best friend. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But I never thought I would start a business with a lab partner.
Yeah, that's what people do. Like, I have my best friend. Let's only, you restrict yourself like
to one particular
person.
One particular person. And you connect. Okay.
Connect.
Right now, let's say like me and Phoebe, and we have some people to work with.
Yes.
Later on, we'll expand it. We'll find someone from a different version to help us with that.
True.
We'll find someone from marketing. We'll find someone from accounting.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you connect with people. You make your team bigger.
That's...
And those people would know other 5 people. You don't connect with just like you. I won't just connect with you. I'll connect with your friends.
Yeah.
Your circle. I'll go with Ritin, who's an architecture student. I'll go with another person who's a different student. Now I have the stage. I have the people.
Yeah.
I have the money. What I have to do is I just have to work.
You have to just
execute the business. I have to put in my effort.
Yeah.
But what people don't think is that oh, we have this, we have that. Oh, money, done. What happens in 3 months? Bankrupt.
Yeah. Sure.
That won't work.
That's the baddest thing.
Like I'll give another example for architecture. How do you build a building? You build from the ground, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we usually go with the evocation and then we just pull out the foundation.
Exactly. So you see the land first. You see if the land has a building. Okay, you do the research on the building. Then you put a foundation on it. Then you'll be like, oh, can this be done or can this not be done? You'll see the designs.
Yes.
And then you finally make the building. Burj Khalifa.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you're not doing any research behind it, you're like, this Burj Khalifa was built in a sand which cannot take even a home. Yeah. But just imagine, how did the engineer build it? They did the research. They put in the effort. They designed it. And now Burj Khalifa is known as the world's tallest building. People go to Burj Khalifa. If they didn't have this idea, if they didn't put an effort on it, they were like, oh, I don't know Burj Khalifa. It'll fall down right away. You put one pillar onto it, the pillar will fall down. Because the sand cannot take that big of a...
True.
Like Palm Jumeirah as well.
Yeah.
How did they build There's a man-made island.
Yes.
How did they build it? Idea, research, nothing. What's the king name?
King...
Dubai's king name. Do you know?
No, my bad.
Oh, Sheikh.
Yeah.
Sheikh idea didn't come like, oh, I want to build Palm Jumeirah. I'm doing it today. No.
Yeah.
He had an idea. He called his engineers. He called the background people.
Yes.
And then they gave him a lot of reality check. After all of that, then he decided, I'm going to do this thing. Yes. Okay. You have to build a foundation for anything in the world. You have to build a foundation. If you don't build a foundation, you are definitely going to fall. You're not going to, there's no one who's going to support you.
With the word foundation, I just recollected this. A lot of my friends, the only reason they tell me is, they just entered into engineering or, medical or some of the other fields, okay? And, they'll be like, some of them are like, I don't like what I'm doing. I just started it because, my parents forced me or something.
That's the most
hold on. There's an add-on to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents are like, computer science is the best course. You have to go into computer science, or, you have to become a doctor, write the NEET exam or something like that. Yeah. After getting over there, they don't like the course, and they want to like, basically they say that you are passionate, you have all the things and other things, so your parents are supporting you. That's the reason you got all of these things.
Yeah,
that's why you could go to these conferences. Like, see, going to a conference it's like I applied for it. You can also apply for it.
Anyone can apply for it.
Hold on. So what would you say this person who's like who doesn't have a passion or any skills or anything, is from scratch, and he wants to get to the position you are right now?
Yeah.
So how would you guide him?
Okay, honestly, first guide that I'll give you is, without passion, you cannot go anywhere in your life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you my example. Okay, my family is into jewelry business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they would have never thought that I'll come to biomedical or something like biology.
Yes.
Okay? There are many people, I mean, even not my friends, my family friends, they have all encouraged me, why are you taking business?
Yeah.
Why are you not taking business?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you taking biomedical science? Come on, man, you have the thing.
True.
I don't have a passion for that. Okay,
Yeah.
if I would be there working, but I wouldn't earn that much, or I wouldn't be great at it.
Yeah.
What I am right now, I'm great at it. But the main thing, idea is first you need a passion for that
Yes,
particular
yes.
thing. The moment you have a passion, you need a guide.
Yeah.
A mentor.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
How did you find your passion? In my case, honestly, since childhood, I used to just break toys and make with scrap toys. I used to make toys and play around with it.
Yeah.
And I'm a dyslexic, and I used to get single digit grades in my school. I used to always fail, and I used to like play around. I used to go like play the whole day. I used to be like this, and eventually one day my mom just requested in a company, like there was a competition, and I just presented it, and I surprisingly I went to the national level. I went to Kupam. I got some guidance there, and I made a voice control car, and then from then I didn't turn back. I found like this is my passion. This is what I like to do, and it was like going on. So how did you find your passion?
Well, mine was a bit different. The reason I found a passion was I wanted to escape reality.
Escape reality. Okay.
Yeah,
What do you mean by escape reality?
So my reality was that I would be in gems, like jewelry business.
Okay.
That was my reality check.
Yeah. Okay.
My family had built a legacy. I've followed a legacy. That was my reality check.
Yeah.
I wanted to escape that reality check.
Okay.
So I went to do a biological science degree first, which I wanted to escape that reality. And I was like, yeah, I want to take science.
Yes.
Because if I take business, I'm sure that once I do the business, I'm going to be back into the business.
Yeah.
They'll call me to the business. But if I do science, they won't call me to business.
Yeah. So you just took for that reason.
That was my first reason to take it.
Okay.
But now, moment I went to biological science, my first lab was to cut a human heart.
What?
Yeah, that was my first lab basically. It was to give a heart. You have to cut in human heart to see what there is in the heart.
Okay.
And I was like, this is very interesting. This is very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm opening the heart. I'm like, oh, that's a valve. That's this, that's that. That's a septum and all that. I'm like, interesting. Then I started learning about it. I tried to explore then later on. With my first year, I'll tell you, my year 1 in UV was human anatomy and physiology was my goal.
Okay.
I want to be a surgeon. Second year, I decided I want to be in genetics. Okay. Third year, I decided I want to be in microbiology. Okay. Now I found my passion in microbiology, and I was like, I'm going with this to my all my life.
Yes.
See how you change. So you try it
out. I would say, basically, the main point is, when you're buying a chair or something like that, you sit and see if it's comfortable, right? If it suits you, if it's comfortable, and it feels like,
you try it.
Yeah, you have to try
different
works, things.
Good. If it doesn't work, you don't have to cry about it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I don't want to do this particular subject. You can always change. I did a TEDx talk where I told it's never too late to change.
Yeah.
It's definitely never too late to change. Today, I'm interested in biology. Tomorrow, I might be interested in mechatronics. Yeah. You never know.
True. I'll tell you a best example over here.
Yeah.
So, I didn't like shooting. So I'm a 10 meters air pistol national level shooter.
Yeah. Oh, really?
So basically, I never liked shooting. Okay, my parents thought maybe he's bad at studies. So maybe the sports might actually push him with the studies or something like that. So they put me in shooting. So at the initial stage, I thought maybe it's going to be like firearms, being like human figures, and I can fire it. Yeah. But it was like more kind of like a targets, and you have like 10 meters range kind of thing, and you fire over there. And at the initial, I was finding it boring and but I could still, I got like bronze in states and like pre-nationals, and I got to nationals. Anyways, it didn't go waste. I learned a lot of things. I learned focus. I learned how to, calm down myself at situations. There's like
precision.
Hundreds of people sitting behind you and watching you, and they're cheering you. At that point, you need like steady focus to actually hit the target.
Yeah, I'll tell you. At some point, I couldn't speak in front of 5 people. There was a point I couldn't speak in front of 5 people.
Same. Seriously, I couldn't.
I was scared. My hands were shaking. I was having panic attacks.
Yes.
Recently, I gave a talk in front of 300, 400 people.
You know why?
TEDx.
Because, you just took the decision that, I want to speak on stage. Yeah. I want to
do it.
I want to do it.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I want to do it. You are
maybe like your speech might go wrong. Yeah. What's going to max happen?
Nothing
people
will cheer more. They'll be like, come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Give you like a applause of hand.
Yes.
You're scared of heights, skydiving. You're scared of water, scuba diving.
At my 10th grade farewell, I didn't have any friends. I had one picture of my favorite picture. That's it.
Really?
And I was like, I didn't have friends. Like others had like so many friends. They were enjoying. They were going out and other things. When I came to my like 11th and 12th grade, I decided that this time I'm gonna make friends. I'm gonna remove my stage fear, like the introvert in me. And I did basically what I did was I shook hand with all the 11th graders all over the block, and I introduced myself. And later I felt like they all are my friends now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I took up all the stage things.
That's the beauty of thing. You wouldn't know the beauty of it until you try it.
Fair.
Okay,
Very fair.
Just go for it. I mean,
yes.
What's the worst that can happen? That's the thing. You know, we always say there's nothing worse. Okay, that's nothing worse. What will it slap you? Nothing will happen.
Nothing happens.
Just go for it. Introduce yourself. You go to like in conferences. That's the same thing that we do. Go to a random person. Go to like a researcher that you're seeing. They're sitting over there. Talk with them. You know that there's a president of let's say of this big organization. Doesn't matter. He's a human. You go to them. You talk with them. You never know, there might be a connection over there. He might make your right hand. You never know. That's how it works. I was very scared once to talk with the vice chancellor of the university. I did a podcast with him. I was scared. Honestly, I was scared. I was shivering. Like, he's a vice chancellor.
Nice.
He sat to me and he saw me sweating. He said one thing, like, hey, I'm a human.
Yeah.
Who you are, I'm the same guy. Treat me like you will see me randomly in a road.
Yeah.
And that made me so calm. And then I was then after that, now even if I'm seeing him anywhere, I'm not feeling that scaredness. I'm like, I'm open with him. I'm like, hi.
Yeah.
How are you? How's everything going? It's like, it's amazing. It's like we have this connection now. But what if I was like, oh, I'm scared. I don't want to do podcast. If I didn't do that, if I wouldn't have introduced myself to the vice chancellor, I wouldn't have been anywhere in my life. You just introduce them. What they won't be like, hey, I don't like you.
Yeah.
They'll just be like, okay, great, nice to meet you. Let's exchange.
They're also humans. They just talk like humans.
Exchange your contact. They'll be like, let's give me your LinkedIn.
Yes.
Follow in the LinkedIn. Text them.
LinkedIn.
Oh, hey,
half of them don't have LinkedIn. I'm like, I'm done telling you.
Try their contacts, anything like that. Just be like, hey, it was great meeting you on this conference. I was wondering, I have this amazing project idea. If you would like to work on it, if you give me 5 minutes, now make a pitch.
Yes.
In that 5 minutes, try to make a pitch and be like, this is an idea. If they're interested in it, you might never know your life change by just texting them.
True.
But if you are like, oh, I'm scared, he's a big organizer, or he's the king of England.
Yeah.
If you're scared over there, if you don't text that, nothing will happen. Or if you don't meet the person, if you don't introduce yourself.
Yes.
You introduce, and then leave everything onto the fate. If the fate is good, if your hard work is good, if your idea is good, it will work. If it doesn't work, it's fine. Another guy.
True.
If not this guy, that guy. If not that guy,
you will like. I would say 95% of the people, they would like talk normally to you. I agree that there are like 5% of people who like they see that, oh, this guy's not giving me that respect, or this is like they have attitude. You just
everyone has an attitude. You know, honestly, even like the humblest person would have an arrogance. Like he'll be a bit of arrogant.
Yes.
He'll have a bit of attitude. But the thing is that at the end of the day, when he goes back home, he's a human.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
Okay. Let's say who's a billionaire. Who's the most billionaire right now? Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
The founder of Amazon.
Yes.
He goes back home. He's a human. Okay.
Yeah.
The same thing that we eat, he eats the same thing. Maybe a posh food or something like that. But it's the same thing. Salmon, we eat salmon. Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's 5-star or if it's 1-star. It's salmon.
Yes.
Okay. At the end of the day, he says the same thing that we say.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I mean, like in a sense, like he's talking the way that we talk. But thing is that, you know, if you like, you know, restrict yourself into all this, like, oh, he's Jeff Bezos, the CEO, the founder, you won't go anywhere. You'll be like, he is Jeff. He's a human.
Yeah.
I want to learn from him.
True.
Okay. You see how he talks. Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
When I gave my TEDx talk, the first thing I listened was Steve Jobs. Because he gave amazing, you know.
Yes, his speech
talks.
is like so
I'm
good.
Like, I'm going to Steve Jobs. He's not alive right now, but I'm going to internet. I'm searching Steve Jobs. I'm seeing all his speeches, and that's important.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how you learn. Okay. If I'm like, oh, I don't want to Steve Jobs, I'll do by myself. You'll mess up your speech.
Sure.
You'll forget half of it. But if you know your gesture, if you know your hand gesture, if you know the way he talks, the way he walks, you know, you learn. Okay, you learn from even learn from a janitor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have that arrogance. Be like, oh, he's a janitor. No, learn from the janitor. He might have an idea that you might never have it. I met a janitor over here earlier in the university. I was just randomly sitting and I was talking with a janitor and I was saying, you know, it's very interesting. And you know, while I was talking with him, he gave me like a very good idea for my research.
Okay.
a very good idea for research. And I was like, you know what? Let me actually go on this research. And I'm doing the research. It's a normal janitor. I'll tell you, I was in Malaysia that time. I was doing my internship that time. The janitor. So I asked the janitor one question, like, why is there no hand dryers? There's paper towels.
Yeah.
And the janitor said, oh, because this is an Islamic country, we believe that the hand dryers are not like, they're like dirty and all that. I'm like, interesting. I texted my supervisor and I'm like, you know what? Can we work on this? My project was completely different. Can I work on this? He said, sure you can. Next thing I know, now my project is very much recognized everywhere I know. Wherever which conference I go, they know about my project before they know about my name even. There's a hand dryer. I'm like, oh, yes.
Hand dryer guy.
From a janitor, I got this idea. Okay, you don't think that, you have to talk with like a
very true
billionaire to get an idea. You can get an idea from a janitor. You can get an idea from what's it called in the streets. What do they call them? Like homeless.
Yeah.
You get an idea from the homeless as well. That's the beauty of life.
Very true. I completely agree to this. And let's close this here.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having you on Founders Blackboard.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you very much. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, even I enjoyed. Wonderful conversation.
Wonderful conversation.